Hello AP students, this is Mr. Becker here to talk about the structures of the eye. All right, so both of our eye models have their tarsal plates on them where we can see our structures here. Then we have the lacrimal glands shown on the lateral here, and then the nasolacrimal ducts shown on the medial side right here. Once we pull that off, we get to the structures that we need to identify for our practical. All right, so I'm going to start with the extraocular eye muscles. All right, so if we take a look, we can see the superior rectus and the inferior rectus, and then the lateral rectus and the medial rectus, forming the kind of 4 points. And then if I tilt the model forward a little bit, and then over to the side, you can see the inferior oblique right here. And then from the back side, on the top, you can make out the tendon of the superior oblique crisscrossing with the superior rectus right here. So those are the extraocular eye muscles. We can see the white sclera forming the outer surface of the eyeball, and the clear cornea through which light is going to pass. Behind that, we can see the iris in blue, and then the pupil sitting right in the center. So if we then pull this apart, we have two structures that we have to kind of think about here. The first of these is essentially right here, anterior to the lens, and then right behind the cornea here is the anterior compartment, and that's filled with aqueous humor. And then behind the lens is where we're going to find the vitreous humor in just 1 second. Once I have removed the sclera, we can see the next layer of the choroid forming through here, and then we can see the ciliary muscles that are going to form on the posterior side of the pupil. So these are the ciliary muscles right here. We can see their structures, and they come up and are going to join with the lens. So if I stick things together like this, we can see the lens, and the ciliary muscles going to attach to the lens to control it. We can see the choroid from the outside, and then from the inside, we can make out the retina. So note, the retina only covers the posterior 2/3-ish or so of the eye. It comes up to this structure right here. This rigid structure is the ora serrata. And then right here, behind the lens, this thing right here is representing the jelly-like vitreous humor that would fill the posterior compartment of the eye. And then finally, on the back side here, tilt it up a little bit, we can see the optic nerve. And the optic nerve is going to come together from all of the axons that are extending through the retina at this structure right here. This is the optic disc. So those are the structures of our eye.